Okay, shout outs for this video go to Mike Anderson, Love Minis and Trevor Rodway. Thank you guys for your comments. I'll go into more detail at the end of the video.
Mind the gap.
Okay guys, so I'm afraid this is going to be a relatively short video today because just like issue 1, there's actually no constructing on this. So it's quite, there's actually nothing to do, and I feel that's a little bit disappointing. So I'll go through all the parts. Now I did rate the overall feel a 9, and this is because I saw some screws, so obviously I figured there'll be something to do. Turns out there isn't anything, the screws are just coming ready for a build. So consequently, build time was 6 minutes. I've rounded it up to obviously we rate it, and this obviously is mostly just unpackaging everything. The whole magazine scored 78%, which is better than last week, and this is because there's 4 parts in total, scoring 8. There's no instructions, so therefore there's no problems with the instructions. However, the parts, just like issue 1, were superb quality, absolutely fantastic. So the first part that we've opened up is the number plate with the Harley-Davidson logo with its red reflector. Superb quality. The quality doesn't really show up on the photos because there is a protective sleeve, which obviously dulls it down. I don't want to take that off just yet because obviously that's protecting it from light scratches. I felt maybe they could have actually given us separate parts to make the number plate. That would perhaps have saved them production costs. You know, it's something that we could have done, but you know, I'm happy with that part. Now next up is a pack of screws. Now it does say a selection of different types of screws. So unfortunately even I can't say anything interesting about screws except that they attach 2 things together and holds them so that they don't fall off. Sorry guys, that's the best of my creative skills there. I do apologise. Okay, so thirdly we have the right half of the front cylinder. Now obviously this is, being a biker myself, this is something that I find quite exciting. I can actually picture the size of an engine in my mind because I've owned bikes. So I'm starting to get a feel of the size of it now, and that is quite exciting. Very, very, very good quality. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, and lastly we have the front fender, or as we would call it in the UK, the front mudguard, which of course poses the question, will I modify this in a future issue or will I keep it stock? So unfortunately that's all I have to show you for this edition. I'm still happy with it. Even though it's scoring an average of 73%, if it was anything else I'd probably give it up as a bad part. One of the things that you need to take into consideration in a part work is not what you get in an individual issue, but what you're going to finish up with. Now okay, we don't get many parts, but these are large parts and these are well engineered parts. And I feel that even if you just took this as a single issue, I mean, obviously these were released at one stage as individual magazines. Now they've been re-released as packs, and they work out at roughly £8–9 a pack. And you do get a lot of metal and engineering for your money. It's just that obviously part of the pack for me is actually constructing something, so it does let side down a little bit on the constructing, but we know that the less constructing we have now, the more constructing we have later on. So a good issue, I am happy with it overall. There was perhaps something that we could have done, but yeah, I'm still looking forward to this. So the next video will come out in 2 weeks, where I will have the third part of pack 1. But before I go, I'd just like to go through some of the comments that people have kindly left for me. So World of Mike Anderson writes, "Hi Penny, regarding the launch of this collection has already been launched once. Model Space are just selling off some old stock. This is what they told me with my subscription. So whether they will launch it again next year, I don't know. It's a very popular collection, and with popular collections they often relaunch. If you look at cake decorating, this year will be the 3rd year it's been launched." Okay, well that's good information, and it'd be nice to know if it was released as an actual part work again. Obviously that would revive interest in it, and with the summertime coming up, you know, it might be quite popular. Love Minis writes, "At 1/4 scale, this bike is totally going to be sick." Totally agree. 1/4 scale is amazing. It's going to be massive. I mean, these bikes aren't small anyway, so even at 1/4 scale it's going to be big. Trevor Rodway writes, "You must spend a fortune on part works. How many have you got on the go, Penny?" Well, yeah, I probably do spend a fortune on part works. Spending money on hobbies is obviously a different discussion, but how many have I got on the go? I think at the time of recording this, I have 3 actual builds in process, but I think I've got 1, maybe 2 beginning in the future. But I just love them. It gives me my little bit of a, you know, with doing my miniatures and doing part works and making stuff and painting stuff. It keeps me active, it keeps me out of trouble. Okay guys, so I appreciate all the comments that have been left, sorry. Feel free to leave any comments on this video, like, subscribe, share, catch me on Twitter. We tend to have a good fun on Twitter. Sorry, I say Twitter, I mean Twitch. Although I am on Twitter as well. So I will leave it there before I make any more bodge ups, and you guys have a great fortnight, and we'll see what happens with the next edition. Thank you guys, out.
Mind the gap.